It's showtime!
Hey, what's up guys, Pitfall7 here, back with another reaction video, and I actually have another guest.
The end of days are coming. Few will live to see.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, what's going on? It's Gooch again. No.
Fuck off! I don't even know if that video's out yet.
It is. It is. I checked.
It is?
Yeah. You even heard of the comment where I referenced it.
Right.
But yeah.
It's been a while since that's been a thing.
Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, so, it's Gooch. No. Okay. Yeah, Cerberus again from iRedays Entertainment, a channel that nobody should give a fuck about. Okay, but yeah, here to,
yeah,
well, you go ahead and explain. It's not my place.
We're doing a reaction video to Citizen Soldier's newest song, Reason to Live. I personally am very excited about this because I've heard the previews that Jake has put up for this. And it looks and sounds like it's going to be a hard-hitting song. And being a mental health advocate, of course I fucking love that shit. And sorry that the screen looks a bit smaller than usual. Obviously, other person, this is a strange camera angle for reactions. I'm not exactly sure where the fuck to put this. So,
right.
But how about we get a little bit of like a kind of quick TLDR explanation on how you came to know Citizen Soldier, mostly because of me.
Yeah, mostly through his streams. He would also recommend a lot of songs to listen to. I would sit back and listen to them. Always thought they were quite nice, actually. Nothing that, I would constantly listen to on a constant playlist, necessarily. Mostly because of the fact that, if I was to be in a gym or anything, like trying to, reduce weight, I don't want to start bawling like a bitch. But at the same time...
It would work!
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It would work!
It'd have me sobbing on the fucking treadmill, being like, I must run my feelings away! But at the same time, it's like, the songs are honestly fantastic.
Yeah, I'm obviously not going to go into too much detail, but considering the amount of mental shit that he and I have both gone through.
Yep. And we're still going through a good portion of it, but I would like to say, the worst of it seems to be behind us.
Oh, big time. We don't feel like dying every second of every day now.
No, yeah. In fact, I'm honestly sitting here thinking to myself, I fully accepted that there will be a day where I'm going to die and it's completely out of my control, but at the same time, I still have a purpose. I still got things I need to do on this planet, so...
Exactly. But yeah, we're here to check out their newest song, Reason to Live. And again, I'm really fucking excited about this, and the message in their description this time is, the world is a better place with you in it.
Agreed.
Yeah, that, even though I'm not in a terrible mental state right now, that's still something that everyone needs to hear.
Yeah.
Let's check it out, shall we?
Yep. This was actually just released about an hour or so ago, so I'm quite excited. This is going to be pretty hot off the presses.
Same. Yeah, and sorry if there's any echo from this at all. Having to...
How many nights have you waited for someone to
already with the good vocals, Jake.
Dying is what you deserve. Like a sad song that no one seems to understand. 'Cause some pain is just too much for words. No, I don't know your name. No, I can't see your face. But I've been to that place in the dark. So in case you just needed to hear someone say, I'm so proud of you for getting this far. So if you're feeling like dying, no tears left for crying, alone at the edge of a cliff. If you're so sick of fighting the monsters you're hiding, and wondering if you would be missed, you're not the only one that's feeling like this.
Ooh.
If you're hearing this song, it's a gift, a reason to live.
Wow. I'll save any thoughts for how I normally do, guys.
Times have you reach down for anyone's hand from the depths of your personal hell. And then counted the ways you could end all your pain, 'cause you're so tired of saving yourself. I'm a stranger at best, but please don't second guess all the hope that you hear in my voice. This is not some cliche, promise you if you stay, someday you'll see that you are well worth that choice. So if you're feeling like dying, no tears left for crying, alone at the edge of a cliff. If you're so sick of fighting the monsters you're hiding, and wondering if you would be missed, you're not the only one that's feeling like this. If you're hearing this song, it's the gift. What a beautiful truth that a human can
What is he doing with his voice there?
to become more than just what they feel.
Goosebumps.
'Cause the hell in your head will be nothing compared to the person that it couldn't kill.
That's how it ends?
Chills. Actual chills.
That's how it ends?
Well,
Holy shit!
God. All right.
Fuck yes, dude! Okay, now what I typically tend to do with these reaction videos, and this isn't so much of an explanation for you guys, but for him, is after I listen to the song fully once, I go back to the beginning, and I just pause on lines that hit hard, and that I have something to talk about with.
Right.
I say we do that, because I feel like you and I can both have a good amount to say about this song.
I would say so.
Let's see. Wow. I didn't expect the song to go this way.
How many nights have you waited for someone to care? Thinking dying is what you deserve.
You and I both know what we've been through in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And you and I have both seen each other at this point.
Yep. We've had our fair share of constantly having to drag the other off the edge.
Yeah, and even in just our own minds, thinking that we're not good enough for this world, that everyone would be happier without us in it. And
Yep.
and a lot of times back then, neither one of us being open to hearing that no, someone would miss us if we were there. We have value in this earth. It's taken a long time for both of us to see it, but
Actually, there is a bit of a tiny personal story when it comes down to that. I haven't been terribly public with this, and I do plan on saying something regarding, what I've had to deal with and why I haven't really been uploading terribly consistently or often at all. But I want to say that a lot of these feelings actually started around, when I was like 14 or 16 years old, somewhere around. I mean, I've been diagnosed with depression since I was 5 years old. And I mean, when you live in a household where your parents are constantly fighting and nobody's there for you, it kind of comes with the territory.
yeah.
But, yeah. I actually even wrote down a note at one point in time. I didn't intend for anybody to find it. But I guess some part of me that I don't even remember seeing this happen, I guess some part of me still put it out there, like, actually waiting for someone to see it in the vain hope that someone would actually stop this from happening. But I actually even wrote down a note saying that, yeah, I genuinely been considering just taking myself out just because, hardly anybody was there, hardly anybody seemed to really give a shit, and it seemed like there was really no point going on because it seemed like there was really nothing for me in the world, that I just didn't belong. mean, sure as hell didn't belong in the four walls that contained me there. But, yeah.
Wow.
I so much just wrote that note, and, well, the first person to find it was actually my mom. And seeing her collapse the way that she did, reading it. Still hurts to remember even seeing just how much she fell apart. Like, it was even one of those moments where it's like I could pinpoint the exact second her soul snapped in half reading that shit. But, you know, just seeing how much she was hurt, that pretty much made absolutely sure that, yeah, no, there was still someone at the very least that cared. This is before I met you or Ethan or really anybody. I mean, I still had that one person as a friend whom, you know, for his sake, I'm not going to name. But he was also one of the primary contributors because he, for all intents and purposes, was not a friend at all. Like, couldn't even talk to him personally about anything that I was going through. Couldn't, you know, confide into him anything at all because he wouldn't even so much as listen. He'd be like, oh, yeah, that's nice. Want to play this?
One of those people.
Yep. But, you know, if he was going through any sort of rough bout, he would make it damn sure that I would listen. And, I mean, you know, I wasn't going to be the type of person to say, no, I don't care. I mean, this is going to sound really cliche, but I've come to realize that my entire purpose on this planet is to make other people happy. And that's kind of what I tried to do even back then. And, well, let's just say I'm lucky now that I have people that appreciate that sort of thing.
Hell yeah, man.
But, yeah, there'd be days, even after writing that note, where I would sit there in bed for, like, even a couple of hours after I woke up. Just sitting there thinking, you know, why am I still alive at this point? Why do I still draw a breath? Would it be easier to just, you know, cover my face with a pillow, hold it down tight, and pray to God that nothing stops me?
And both you and Ethan, and I think even Bobby remembers just how bad it was for me, especially in 2020.
God,
Because I didn't want to hurt you guys. It wasn't until I moved back up here and I made a video talking about 2020 that you guys even learned that I attempted suicide in the first place.
Yep.
Because I didn't want to hurt you guys.
But I do personally feel that, you know, even discussing those sorts of things openly is not just a good thing, but a needed thing. Like, it's absolutely necessary to fully discuss with other people that, yeah, if you are down in those depths, that, yeah, you need to make it known that you are falling into that abyss, because I don't care who you are, what you think, or anything like that. You are a treasured person to at least one person out there. You might think, oh no, I'm completely trash, nobody would want me, but this is going to sound ridiculous to say, but even in that context, the phrase, you know, one man's trash is another man's treasure makes sense. Yeah. Someone out there might think you're, you know, a garbage human being, that you're worthless. That's just the nature of things. That's just going to be how it is. There's always going to be that one person out there, not realizing that they themselves are probably the truest thing to trash there is by downing on other people for reasons unknown.
Exactly.
But, yeah, no, like, you're always going to be valued. You're always going to be treasured. You don't deserve to die. And
you see why I love Citizen Soldier? It brings out these kinds of conversations.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's why I love these guys so fucking much, because it lets you feel safe and open to talk about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, and like it's also part of the reason why I've kind of taken up a how would I put it? Like being aggressively affectionate sort of thing. Just because, you know, I want to make everybody know that, yeah, I cherish their very existence. They matter a ton to me.
Yeah. Whew. Ready to keep on going?
Yeah, may as well. We've hung on this for probably
like a sad song that no one seems to understand. 'Cause some pain is just too much for words.
You and I can both relate to that line.
Yeah, language is not perfect. Yeah, it's hard to really describe that sort of thing, even in itself. Like, how freaking, funny is that? The entire concept of some feeling being too much for words is in itself hard to describe with just words.
Exactly.
But yeah, like, that's kind of one of the failings of, the spoken language. It doesn't matter if it's English or French, Spanish, any of them.
Yeah.
Is that it's hard to really accurately describe, a genuine feeling.
Yeah, that's why we've got stuff like story, like actual like writers. We've got music. That's what I'm trying to do with Shattered Souls. That's what Mike and I are trying to do with Shattered Souls.
Yeah, like, art is a far better way to convey emotion, feeling, everything like that.
Also, feel free to have some M&Ms if you want.
Sure, I'll grab one. But it's also part of the reason why body language still remains the one universal language.
Mm-hmm.
Is the fact that through body language you can express just about anything without even needing to utter a single word. And, if someone speaks an entirely different language, like, say we saw someone that, spoke, say, Spanish, and didn't know a lick of English, they could see someone downtrodden and they would know exactly what's up.
Exactly.
And that's, pardon the cliche, but that's part of the beauty of the human soul, and just everything to do with the way that we as people are.
Yeah. The human race is weird, but it's a good kind of weird.
The human race, I definitely have to say, is probably, like, in the way that it conveys emotion and everything. I joke that we're terrible, and for the most part, yeah, we've done a lot of terrible things to the planet too. But yeah, like, we are the pinnacle of the animal kingdom for a reason.
Exactly.
It's just a lot of people these days use it for, the worst of things, and yeah, I know, the whole, like, Gen Z bad, or whatever came after that bad, I am boomer, but no, like, that's one thing that does distress me, is a lot of them seem to be completely out of touch with, with the actual deeper parts of humanity.
Yeah.
And it really makes me wonder, just how much of a soul really is there, and if there is one, how can we bring it back out?
Exactly.
No, I don't know your name. No, I can't see your face.
Thank God. No, I'm
Been
kidding.
to that place in the dark. So in case you just needed to hear someone say, I'm so proud of you for getting this far.
Those are words that everybody needs to hear at least once.
Yeah.
Like,
just not even I'm so proud of you for getting this far, but just I'm so proud of you.
That stuff it hits way too hard.
Yeah, again, it's like what it even says in the description. The world is a better place with you in it.
It's always going to be. Every human life is valuable.
Yeah. Even if you don't feel like your life is valuable, you matter to someone in this world. And if you guys saw the video from when I sang for Mental Health Awareness Month at my church, I said, there's a reason I said that that with the pain you're going through, if you try to end your life, you may be getting rid of your temporary pain, but you're just taking your temporary pain and making it permanent to everyone else in your life.
I'm honestly still quite surprised that one particular Cyanide and Happiness comic during their whole, what was it, Depression Week or Depression Month kind of thing, like, a freaking comedy webcomic hit the nail on the head better than a lot of therapists even could.
Exactly. It's admittedly kind of the reason I don't go to therapy. I deal with it all myself. Is it healthy? Fuck no, but for some people, therapy isn't where they can get help. They can get help with their friends, their family. Because, yes, Gary is one of my best friends. He was one of the first friends I made when I moved up here back in 2014.
Yep.
But just like Mike, he's a fucking brother to me. Because blood doesn't always describe family. Family is who you choose. It's not necessarily your blood. Like my mother, for example. I'm not going to go into that one. I don't want to go into that one.
Might be a topic for another video. But,
yeah.
Like I will say that, yeah, family is what you choose, generally. One thing that really bugs me, especially with my mom and some of the older members of my family, is they've got that saying all wrong. They say the whole, oh, blood is thicker than water thing. And that would convey the idea that, oh yeah, no matter what goes on in your life, you've always got your family. It's not always true.
And plus, no one ever fully says that entire saying. There's
Right,
more after that.
That's actually what I'm saying, is they've got the saying wrong. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb, is what the saying actually is. Meaning that, you're probably going to have blood brothers no matter what kind of battle you face out there. You're always going to have people that are just that close to you as friends that they basically feel like family, far more than people in your actual family ever will. Hi there, by the way.
That scared the fuck out of Mike when we were watching Cloverfield about a month ago. I'll explain that afterwards, but...
It's probably because of, some sort of, small bump in the night kind of thing. But anyways,
but yeah, let's continue. Like, I don't really have so much to say about the chorus. I don't know if he does. I don't know if Gary does, so if you have anything you want to say about it, just tell me to pause. I'll pause. But the chorus, in my opinion, speaks for itself.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything else I can really add necessarily, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So if you're feeling like dying, no tears left for crying, alone at the edge of a cliff. If you're so sick of fighting the monsters you're hiding, and wondering if you would be missed.
Actually, that's one thing that I will say, from a personal level, does actually kind of suck, is that, especially even in recent years, too, that, a lot of the demons that I'm having to deal with and a lot of the things that I'm having to feel, even now I'm still having to keep it all to myself just because of the fact that I can't really even have a genuine discussion with my mom anymore. No offense to her, I'd about imagine, she's doing all that she knows, but at the same time, it's if I talk with, any, in a situation that I'm feeling, 9 times out of 10 it feels like she's immediately going directly to, oh, yeah, I dealt with that, and I dealt with it even worse. Here's what I did to help out with that. It's okay, 1, no need to compare. 2, your coping mechanisms are not going to be the same as mine. Stop it.
Yeah, for me, my coping mechanism is very dark, self-deprecating humor.
That's actually something that I'll do every now and again as well, yeah, is I will say something to denigrate myself just because I find it funny. Just to say some of the most vile shit about myself, knowing damn well I don't really mean anything by it.
And to be fair, there's nothing that... And to be fair, at least for me, it's toughened me up a little bit to what other people have to say about me, because there's nothing that anyone can say to me about me that I have not already said to myself that's a million times worse.
Yeah, honestly, anyone tries to say anything bad about you, you can just look right back at them and be like, buddy, I've said worse about myself. There have been better people than you that have had worse to say about me. You are functional irrelevancy in my life there, pal.
Exactly.
If you really feel so strongly about me that you have to vocalize something that badly about it, this is more about you than it ever could me. You should probably look deeper into yourself about your problems.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is a really hard-hitting song.
Yeah.
If you can't tell. And that lets you know that you're not alone.
If you're hearing this song, it's a gift, a reason to live.
See, with that line, I was going to make a joke, actually, saying, oh yeah, this song actually is a reason to live. But no! Not only did they already outright do it in the lyrics, but, it is a bit too true to actually be a joke.
Yeah, exactly. This is why I love Citizen Soldier. They can...
How many times have you reached out for anyone's hand from the depths of your personal hell?
Far too many times to count.
Exactly. So many fucking times. But it feels like whenever you're going through this shit in your head, you don't want to burden other people, but it gets to a point where you feel like I have to talk with someone.
Yep.
But it always seems like for me, I tend to reach out at the most inopportune times to where someone's insanely busy and they're not on their phone or able to get back to me, and it feels like that they don't give a shit when really they do. I just have the worst fucking timing imaginable.
I wouldn't even necessarily say it's your fault. Oftentimes, the world has us all so busy. We're all doing literally everything we can just to get by, especially in the modern day economy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not gonna get into politics.
No.
All I'm gonna say is, Jesus Christ, this administration has been a wreck. But anyways.
It has been for the past, fucking decade.
Honestly, yeah. Then again, it's probably just because of the fact that I'm sitting over here with a pulse being like, Jesus Christ, I still remember the post 9/11, not post 9/11, but yeah, the pre 9/11 days. I want to go back.
Right.
Like we've never recovered from the towers. Yeah, we've never recovered from the towers falling.
No.
I mean, maybe made some clawback, but definitely not.
I don't think we ever will.
Probably no.
But anyways, that's a topic I never want to fucking get into because I hate politics.
Yeah, I will say this though. Yeah, there have been far too many times where, hell, I mean, not out of any fault of my friends or anything, but, even before I met them, when I had only one person as a friend, and even then they weren't really a friend, I've had a few times where I had to try to reach out from that personal hell, from that darkness where you couldn't see, hear, or smell anything. And the only thing I would feel is, well, in metaphorical terms, a cold slab of rock that I could just barely grasp my hand around to. And that's when I had to learn the hard way that sometimes you're not going to have another hand reaching out, whether it be because they're attending to something else, which no fault on their part, or because of someone genuinely not wanting to try to help you back up, which definitely fault on their part.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Sometimes it unfortunately means that you just have to claw your way out yourself. You keep reaching for another foothold, another handhold. Sometimes maybe it's even a rung of another ladder from, previous attempts of trying to claw back up.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, yeah, unfortunately, you really have to do anything you can just to try to, preserve yourself. And if anyone wants to fault you for it, then honestly, they can go straight to hell for all I care.
Exactly. That's how I feel with that one, too.
Yep.
And then counted the ways you could end all your pain, 'cause you're so tired of saving yourself.
Yep.
I feel like I can't get into anything with that. That said it perfectly.
I can actually give a point of reference for that one. Going back to what I said about that note that I had written, I even straight up detailed the way that I would go out. Just because, I was so desperate for someone to stop me. I straight up told them that, yeah, it's like, if that time ever comes, I have a plan. I have an exit strategy that no one can stop. It would be, late at night, everybody else is asleep. I'm still awake. There's a bottle of mouthwash that's still almost entirely full. All I would need to do is just go into the bathroom while nobody else is able to get in there, lock the door, get into the tub, down the entire thing, and wait. Yeah, I'd be puking my guts up, and at that point, I'd be lucky if anyone could actually pull me out of there at the time. It would require either a key, which nobody had, or, calling poison control, fire department, police, anything to try to bust down the door, which, thankfully it being wooden, they wouldn't need too much muscle. And at that point, they'd be lucky if they even had enough time to pump my stomach to actually, pull me back from the depths. Or, if they could pump my stomach full, praying to God that there wasn't enough damage done, they could actually get me out of that.
Yeah.
But I pretty much had everything planned out. And that's honestly the most fucked up part of it all is 10 years ago, little old me actually had a way plotted out. Just because I was so tired of, trying to fend for myself.
Yeah, funny story actually, guys. Next year marks our 10 years of friendship, dude, that we've known each other.
Exactly. And honestly, I could not imagine life without you guys.
Honestly, couldn't imagine my life without y'all either.
Just
take a handful if you want. Trust me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. They're all built up into the car, I'm guessing. Oh, yep. Hey, fair enough. But
yeah, let's keep going.
I was just about to say one last little thing that, yeah, it's almost 10 years, and if I could do any one thing different, I still wouldn't.
So tired of
Me neither.
saving yourself. I'm a stranger at best, but please don't second guess all the hope that you hear in my voice.
Yeah, I still have, people that I consider very close online friends, but every now and again, I sit there for a second, and it's like, I know they're busy. I know that they've got their own things to attend to in life, and also they're in a completely different time zone half the time, so, the time that it is for me, it's going to be completely different for them. The time that I get out of work, they're still in it, most likely. But still, there's some little tiny part of my mind that's like nagging right at the back of it, being like, what if they don't actually see you as a friend? What if you're still just some stranger to them? Just some weird person that's, gotten way too friendly and way too attached. But, I mean, at least some of the more recent ones, time and time again, I've been thankfully proven wrong. There's one that, even now, it's like, despite the distance, despite the fact that we've only gotten to know each other fairly recently, I mean, it's at a point where it's like, everything that I do, she still laughs at.
Which is always a good thing.
And not, laughing at me as in like, oh wow, you're being
Like laughing
pathetic.
with you.
Yeah, laughing with me. Like she streams too every now and again. And she has like a little text-to-speech bot that's like represented by one of the newer Pokemon from like Scarlet and Violet, one of the starters. And there are moments where like, just at random, I will pop up the text-to-speech redeem, which thankfully she's nice enough to put it only at one point. So you can do it as many times as you want, basically. And I'll just type up some silly shit like, haha, text-to-speech god, text-to-speech god, go, bear, for your words, and she'll just sit there and giggle and just be like, it really does, though.
This is not some cliche, promise you if you stay, someday you'll see that you were well worth that choice.
Our friendship, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Our friendship and everyone in our lives that we've impacted. That's still interacting with us. That's what that is for me.
The 347 people that are still subscribed to me on YouTube, I could never thank them enough for their patience, honestly. And for the people that do still watch every now and again. Like that friggin' Yu-Gi-Oh video that I made. Like, I'm honestly happy that that even got any positive reception at all. Because I put a decent amount of work into that thing.
I remember you putting all that fucking work into it.
Yeah, many nights I'd be staying up at like 1 or 2 o'clock, even though I had to wake up and get to work the next day. Where I would just be like, I've still got so many ideas, I don't want to lose them,
Right.
So if you're feeling like dying, no tears left for crying, alone at the edge of a cliff. If you're so sick of fighting the monsters you're hiding, and wondering if you would be missed, you're not the only one that's feeling like this. If you're hearing this song, it's the gift.
Then this part,
The
dude.
beautiful truth that a human can choose to become more than just what they feel. 'Cause the hell in your head will be nothing compared to the person that it couldn't kill.
Yes.
Yup.
Fucking yes.
I have no explanation for the lyrics or anything to say on the lyrics themselves.
Me neither.
But a couple of last notes now that we've gone through the entire song a second time. I love the way that they chose to do a lot of these instruments.
Yeah.
Like, most of the song doesn't have percussion. It's just, a sort of somber, almost lonely kind of piano during the verses, which perfectly encapsulates the entire idea that it's like, a lot of people feel alone these days, completely lost in the dark, and without really much of a way out. And then once it gets to the chorus, the piano sounds a little bit brighter. I'm not sure if I was hearing violin like a quiet violin going on at the same time. Maybe that was just something else going on in my mind. But I did hear percussion, and almost kind of feels like a sort of like mildly triumphant, like, no, I'm better than this sort of thing. I'm going to get myself out of this.
Yeah.
And then right at the very end there, no instruments, nothing left. Just that one little voice calling out from the darkness, especially how they chose it in the video. Just complete blackness and the words, having a literal light coming through them. Being like, literally seeing a light in the darkness, calling out to you to tell you that you are better than this. And how beautiful life can really be when you decide that these demons in your head cannot kill you. They will not take you.
Exactly, dude. Wow.
Fucking genuinely one of the most powerful songs I've heard in my life. And
great fucking job, Citizen Soldier. Great job, guys. I'm stealing sixth thing here for a minute, so you can too.
I'm not necessarily the greatest when it comes to using a lighter, but... Oh. There we go.
100 fucking % fire, guys. If I don't really give ratings anymore, but if I had to give this song a rating, it would be a very fucking solid 11 out of 10.
Yep. Yeah, giving a numerical rating is kind of difficult to do, I've come to realize. But...
Yeah, because unless you have some sort of arbitrary system like what Sick has with Fire or Nah, where an 8.5 or above is Fire, you kind of gotta give it a numerical rating.
Yeah.
But where I don't have something like that, I really don't give ratings anymore unless a song has really fucking impacted me, like Limit, for example. But this song is an 11.
Absolutely.
This song is 100% an 11 out of 10. And same with, like, Hollow from Low Spirit. That song hit me so hard that that's also an 11. But, yeah. I don't really have anything else to add to this video except thanks for... This is technically your first reaction video.
Yeah, honestly, thanks for having me on. Actually, a lot of fun.
Yeah. Reaction videos get a lot of crap on the internet these days, but... And like I say a lot when it comes to reaction videos, our reaction to this does not do this justice. How we feel about it was not necessarily how you'd feel about it. If you want to get the full feeling of a song or a video, a reaction video is not where you go. And this is my argument to everyone who is against reaction videos. You don't go to a reaction video to get your initial first impressions.
Right.
You go to a reaction video after you get your initial first impression, and you want to see if someone else feels the same about it that you do.
Or if they have a different perspective, see what they feel about it.
Exactly. So anyone who says that reaction videos are just a lazy excuse to profit off of someone else's hard work and trying to steal the views of their video, no. My personal opinion, reaction videos are for if you already have seen the original video and have your own opinions and feelings formulated on it, you go to see if someone else shares that with you or has a different perspective on it that makes you go back and rewatch or re-listen to the video or song to see if you can pick up on what they were talking about.
I will say that there are some very mild exceptions when it comes to that sort of thing. Typically, like, some reactors like Jinx, for example, if anybody remembers that from back in, like, freaking 2015, 2016, somewhere around.
Yeah, around
where
that time.
That guy literally didn't add anything at all.
No.
Or even modern-day streamers, like, you know what, I'm not going to bring up her name because I know she's going to want to try to copyright strike this if this ever, pops off or anything like that, but certain streamer out there who, she will literally just make food, eat it, and watch, like, an anime episode or something completely in full. Mm-hmm. And no breaks in between, no reaction, anything like that. Literally adding nothing to the video whatsoever.
Just like if you're watching TV.
Yeah. Like, those are, the videos where it's like, okay, yeah, get that the hell out of here. But something like this, yeah, it's perfectly fine, where it's like yeah, we
this, or like with I Am Sick Flows.
Yeah, like, we may do a proper watch through just to get, like, initial immediate reactions, but then, a proper systematic breakdown.
Exactly.
I mean, a lot of these videos you don't even watch. Like, you don't watch someone's reaction just to get the actual thing on top of somebody else's content. No, like, it's also part of the reason why fair use exists in the first place.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. And in this video may be a lot longer than 99% of my reactions, but there's a good reason for it. When I'm by myself doing a reaction, I'll have stuff to talk about, but nowhere near as much as if I've got someone else here who's been through a lot of the same shit that I've been through.
Right.
And we can bounce off each other with our own experiences and relate to it with the song.
Right. Like, at bare minimum, you know, if you've got someone that's at the very least had as interesting of a perspective as the original person that's doing the video in the first place, you at the very least double what there is to even talk about. And then, of course, there's the bouncing off and the, you know, sharing of other things.
Exactly.
And that just makes it even better.
Exactly. But, yeah, that's really all I have to say about this. Do you have any closing remarks about the song in general?
This may actually be among my top 5 from Citizen Soldier, honestly. It's hard, honestly, to really say that, yeah, there's, how do I put this? It's hard to say that, you know, this song... Okay, yeah, my words are kind of getting mixed up here. What I'm trying to say is, yeah, this song definitely, you know, speaks this message, this truth, a lot better than a lot of other things out there.
Yeah.
A lot of other attempts to just plainly say it. Like, if I was to just plainly say this message in my cold, monotone voice, anything sort of like this, it'd be no different than watching Ben Stein on CNN back when he was alive, you know, talking about random politics or stock market crap. It's like, you didn't watch him for his voice, you watched him because of the pretty lights in his room.
Right. But, yeah, that's really all I have to say. How about you? You good?
I think I've said all I can say at this point.
Alright, well then, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. Subscribe to Gary, Ethan, John, XEO, Bobby, I'm Sick Flows with the links in the description. Follow me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/pitifulally7, where I have been able to be streaming a lot more lately with Flitch and Storm. And by the way, guys, if you guys are watching this video, I don't know if you watch any of my other videos other than the streams we do together, but hello!
Hi!
Thanks for being part of my life, guys. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm pitifulally7.
I'm Cerberus of Iridays Entertainment.
And we will see you guys in another video. Peace out!
Peace out!
So if you're feeling like dying, no tears left for crying, alone at the edge of a cliff. If you're so sick of fighting the monsters you're hiding, and wondering if you would be missed, you're not the only one that's feeling like this. If you're hearing this song, it's a gift, a reason to live.